Hello and welcome to my new series called Horror Games and Reddit Stories, where I play horror games while reading Reddit stories. It's such a crazy concept. Well, let's just jump right into it. I've been trying to 100% this game for years. The big thing that I want to do today is get all the presents. And we're starting off strong with, am I the a-hole for divorcing over my birthday gift? I, 40 female, recently hit the milestone back in August. I had given a year's notice to my husband of 20 years that I want a party, a trip, or something big for my birthday. We do not have financial issues. 2 weeks before my birthday, we got in a fight and he said he was going to cancel my birthday trip. Come to find out, he didn't have a trip planned at all. He only had Googled flights. The weekend before my birthday is when we typically celebrate it. And I was getting ready for my birthday dinner when I saw him laying on the couch and he asked where I was going. I then realized he had no reservations or anything planned. My actual birthday was on Tuesday in the morning. He brought me flowers, coffee, and a Groupon. Yes, a Groupon. I was devastated. He defends his actions and said he had the whole day planned, including lunch with my kids that day. He was going to take me to dinner solo, but that's not how I wanted to celebrate. I called my friends and they took me out for drinks instead. I told him that buying a Groupon for your wife at 20 years on her 40th birthday is insulting, and I want a divorce. With tears in his eyes, he said, "Let me make it up to you." A week later was our anniversary. No card, no dinner, no gift. Ouch. It's been 4 months and I bring it up often. I cry and tell him it's really important. He makes this up. It's not so much about the gift, it's about the effort. He won't even take me on an actual date night. I've completely pulled back from the marriage and putting zero effort in, but I'm ready to divorce after 20 years of marriage over this. Is it petty to divorce him over this? Oh boy, here we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read some replies and I'm going to give my own opinion. One comment says, you aren't divorcing him over this. This is the last straw in a string of disappointments in your 20-year marriage. Another user says, you don't get divorced over one trivial thing. You get divorced over a lifetime of disappointments. Yeah, in my opinion, if it was just the one thing that happened, I think divorce would be jumping the gun a little bit. But it sounds like he's not putting any effort into it, the marriage, and it also sounds like this isn't the first time something like this has happened. It sounds like this has been going on for a while. I don't want to jump quickly to divorce. It sounds like there needs to be a conversation. It sounds like there has been conversations being had. It sounds like he's still not listening. So I don't think the poster is overreacting. I think she's very valid to feel this way. And I hope they get that figured out because that is rough. Okay, and I think I got all of Monty's area. I really hope. It's really hard to tell. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife that my living mom is more important than her dead dad? Got married in February of 2022, together since 2019. 32-year-old male and 33-year-old female. Her dad died a decade ago. Her family has a tradition of visiting the graves of loved ones on their death anniversary. I've been following and respecting this tradition since marriage. My mom lives nearby. Currently, mom has got a fever and she's alone. As my dad has gone out on a long trip, it's not possible for him to come within 3 to 4 days. As she's 60 plus years old with old age weakness, I don't want to take any chances, so I've decided to bring her at my house while proposing wife to get her dad's grave without me. Man, some of these Redditors, I swear, do not write correctly. The thing is, it takes about 2 days to return after her dad's graves visit. But my wife is not understanding and saying it's a mild fever, my mom will be fine and I should go. But I'm being firm too. My mom is a senior citizen, and dad is not here as well. I'm a single child, so I told her I won't be coming. It's my last decision. It doesn't matter if she tries asking 100 times. My wife got mad and said that it's her dad's day, and mom's fever is nothing significant if compared. I don't remember her exact words, but she said almost something similar like this. I was too fed up at that point and told her that my living mom is more important than her dead dad. She's super angry and left alone, no calling, texting, or anything. Alright, let's see what some of the users have to say. One user says, I never understand why people cannot be their own person. Why do some people insist on being codependent and attached at the hip? You've went years and years and it's not like you were staying behind to watch a game or go to a party. Not the a-hole, tell the wife to grow up. Another user says, not the a-hole, live and come before the dead, take care of your mom. And another user says, not the a-hole, if he's being unreasonable, obviously a living person who is currently sick is more important than someone who died a decade ago. So it seems like most people are saying not the a-hole, I would tend to agree with most Redditors. It feels wrong to say. Well, I do think the poster was a little bit harsh in saying my mom's more important than your dead dad. I get that this was like let up and he was very frustrated, so I understand that. I would definitely say that he absolutely, especially since he has been doing this tradition with them, I think he has every right to stay with his mom and make sure that she's okay. And I don't think the poster's wife should be mad at that at all. I understand being disappointed, especially because I can only imagine that visiting your father's grave is not an easy thing and you would want your significant other there. So I understand where she's coming from, but ultimately when stuff like this happens, you have to take care of your family. Yeah, I would have to agree, not the a-hole. Actually really cool. I've never looked in these like hidden rooms that you see at the beginning of the game that you don't have access to. A whole bunch of really cool Easter eggs. All right, the next one. My boyfriend, a 25-year-old male, is going on a week-long trip to Italy. How do I not resent him? So my boyfriend of 2 years, along with 7 of his co-workers, got invited by his work to go on a 1-week trip to Italy. Everything is completely paid for, meals, flight, excursions. They are renting a private yacht and they're staying on a mansion on the beach. Literally a trip of a lifetime, and he didn't have to pay a dime. First of all, where does this guy work? Because get me hired there. What work does that? When he first told me, I was honestly anxious because 7 months ago we had previously did something to break my trust and we were trying to build back. Come about a week before his trip to Italy, I found out he was having an option to bring a +1, all expenses completely paid for as well. Literally all the other guys who were going invited their girlfriend or wife. I was the only one left out. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. That does, I feel that pain. That's, oof. That completely changed how I felt. It wasn't just a work trip anymore. It was very personal and left me wondering why he didn't want to invite me, while all the other men had no problem bringing their girlfriend along. When I brought it up, he said he didn't know it would mean that much to me. He views it as networking and making connections trip and doesn't want to worry about keeping me entertained while he's busy networking and building connections or something along those lines. Sounds like a lot of excuses, I'm not gonna lie. He told me I would basically be sitting in our room the whole time, which at least I'd be sitting in our room in a huge mansion on the beach and a private yacht getting fed pasta every night. Instead, I'm just sitting at the house. I feel so hurt. He's living his life across the world with him and a bunch of other happy couples while I'm at home. I honestly feel a lot of resentment building. He knew I was anxious of him going because of previously breaking my trust. He knew he had the option to invite me but didn't. He said he never considered how I'd feel. I'm sorry. What did he say to you? And was thinking of it from a different perspective. Yeah, that sentence kind of says it all, doesn't it? Outside of him breaking my trust, we had an incredible relationship. We never fight. He pays all of my bills and anything I want. Most importantly, he is my best friend, and I don't want to destroy what we have. The question is, am I being over-emotional, or is this a red flag? How do I process this and not let it turn into a long-term resentment? Alright, let's read the comments. Someone says he can frame it however he wants, but he didn't want you there, end of story. I mean, I kind of have to agree with that. Another user says, come on, he had the option to bring you and he chose to spend the week in Italy without even asking you. That's not someone who wants to spend time with you. Without knowing the details of breaking his trust, sounds like someone who wants to spend his vacation with another woman, or at least keep his options open. And I would have to 100% agree with that. You know, when you really love somebody or really like somebody, you want to spend a lot of time with them. If you get a vacation like this, you definitely want to spend a lot of time with them. He's lying. He's lying to the poster. Especially when you mention like breaking the trust before. I don't know what that means because the poster didn't elaborate, but I can only imagine. So I gotta say, not the a-hole. Completely valid to feel everything that she's feeling. That I feel very bad for her. I hope either this works out or they break up and move on. I've been playing this game for about 45 minutes and I think I only got like 10 presents or something. Really not as much progress as I wanted. I think that's enough stories for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see this again, please let me know.